Imagine as a woman, you're lounging on the couch in your favorite, rattiest, most comfortable sweats. No makeup, you don't know what your hair looks like, why look in a mirror? You've got one big job decide what you like. Your boyfriend walks in, full face of makeup, ball gown, heels, new plastic surgery, fillers, every day. You want blue hair on Tuesdays, on Wednesdays, you want pink hair. Sometimes you want him covered with glitter or totally hairless, because his job is to be however you want him to be. Welcome to part 7 of Man Science, where we debunk the ridiculous things that we often still believe that were based off of shoddy and sloppy science done by dudes. So even Darwin couldn't deny that the choice of females pretty much determined how evolution went. But this idea was so unpopular with man science. So instead, dudes started making up this idea. But of course, it's all about dudes. So if you see a bunch of males fighting and whoever wins gets the female, it justified this idea of females being totally passive onlookers, just seeing who's gonna win, and males fighting, because it's always about the battle. Here's what actual science tells us. There are these crazy things called leks that happen in the animal kingdom, where like hundreds of males will be doing all of this extravagant stuff and these fancy dances. They're like dancing so hard they lose 7% of their mass a day. Think of how much dancing that is. And there are females observing them kind of, like they seem really passive and like they don't even notice what's going on. So man science was like, the males are fighting and the females are passive. But what real science discovered is that just as important as the dance was how well the boys are listening. The women are giving them extremely subtle signals of how to dance, what to do, what they like. And if the dudes don't do it, they don't get chosen. Female dolphins and ducks are literally breeding out aggressive males. Some male species have gotten so flamboyant, like the peacock, that they literally have a hard time doing spicy things because they're so flamboyant. But the ladies like it and they're like, more colors, bigger colors. So when you see these more drab colored ladies in nature, it's not because they're not as special. It's because they don't need to dress up. A lot of male birds used to have like a member, and the female birds decided they didn't like how they were using it. So they evolved them to not have one anymore and to instead have a system that is 100% consensual for them. We've even been taught that on a cellular level with the little squirmies going toward the egg, that the fastest one gets there, the alpha male. The truth is they can't even get there if it's not for the help of the egg. They're more likely to get there if the holder of the egg is feeling good. And that there's a whole chemical process where the egg chooses who she wants. A process that man science has not wanted to study. And with things like the 4B movement in the human species, women have the power to decide how men evolve. So next time you try to alter your appearance for the male gaze, just remember, it's not natural.